UsborneBookBarn.com.
Hey, it's Melody with UsborneBookBarn.com, and this is The Story of Science. It's a beautiful hardback Usborne book for $12.99, recommended for ages 8 and up. Let's take a look inside. I really enjoy this book because of the way that it's set up. Just like all of our nonfiction Usborne books, you have bite-sized chunks of knowledge. You'll hear that a lot in my videos because that's how the books are formatted. You have the chunk of knowledge, you have an image. It's fun to read, it's engaging, and it's not intimidating to our kids. So again, this is a great book. It talks about Linnaeus in here. It talks about heat and light. It talks about Galileo. But it also talks about some things that I want to make sure you're aware of before you buy it. So it does talk about the age of the earth. It says, billions of years old. In fact, scientists now think the earth is even older than this, 4.55 billion. Okay, so that's in there. Really neat stuff. Okay, and then the other thing people always ask, okay, so you have a little climate change stuff here. Today, it's all our fault. So-and-so was right that greenhouse gases warm the earth, but he thought warmer weather would be a good thing. Scientists all over the world have now found signs that the earth is getting too hot too quickly and that this could damage many species, including our own. Okay, so for me, this is where I would talk with Mary and talk about that, because personally, I don't agree with that. But to me, that's not a deal breaker with this book. But it could be for you, and I want to make sure that you know about it. Okay, so we have more about stars. So many fun things. Okay, but I do want to show you. This is it. It talks about how the planet Pluto was named. This little girl named that planet. I didn't know that. Pretty cool. Okay, Copernicus. Really cool. It talks about Galileo there and Copernicus. Okay. All right. So the story of the universe, the Big Bang. If it did happen, scientists have calculated that the universe must now be about 13.7 billion years old. So in this book, it doesn't come out and say, it doesn't come out and say the Big Bang is a fact. So that's a good thing, because I don't believe that. And okay, so really cool. It talks about the moon, the phases of the moon. Okay, laws of motion. That's really cool. We have Newton. Okay, electricity, molecules, heat, thermometer. What is heat? The kinetic theory. You've got this. Really great. Okay, where's the other one to show you? You got Einstein. So cool. Okay, speed of light. What is light? Little timeline there of light. Okay, oxygen. Can you see? Okay, radioactivity. Okay, recreating the Big Bang. Okay, blah, blah. Really cool. Okay, so look at that. Bangs and explosions. That's pretty cool. Okay. So it's got the first atomic explosion. Okay, so modern numbers. That's really cool. The story of numbers talks about prime numbers, keeping a tally. What's the point of primes? Mathematical curiosities. This is really cool. And then it shows you how to make a Mobius strip down there. That's really awesome. It's really cool. Okay, we've got Pythagoras. All right, which talks about Linnaeus. So if you're doing classical conversations, you know that you study him. All right, you've got the kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. All that's in there. Okay, how about cells, photosynthesis. Okay, so here's something else I wanted to show you. So it talks about Charles Darwin and natural selection, which is also, if you do CC, you learn that that sentence. Okay, so he published his book on the origin of species. That's in the CC timelines. That's pretty cool. Explaining natural selection. As he expected, it caused an uproar. Many church leaders were furious. Blah, blah, blah. Since then, more and more fossil evidence, as well as the discovery of genes and DNA, has backed up the theory of natural selection. And okay, some Christians were angry when Darwin suggested that humans could have evolved instead of being specially created by God. They mocked him and compared him to an ape. Okay, so I don't know. Anyway, wanted to let you know that's in there. For me, it's not a deal breaker because it is part of history. We do talk about it. I am a Christian, so I don't believe that. I believe that God made each of us with a purpose and designed us, especially the way that He wants us. I don't think we came from apes. So that's, I use this though to talk to my kids and say, this is what the world believes. We don't believe that way. What does the Bible say? So anyway, so that's how we handle it. But I always want people to know before they get it and say, this is not what I wanted. So anyways, this is really great. Lots of great stuff. Germs and disease. It does talk about vaccination. I know some people have a problem with that. Just so you know, it's in there. Today, most of us are vaccinated against measles, polio, TB, and several other diseases. Okay. Antibiotics, making medicines from nature. Really cool. And it just, it keeps going on and on. Okay, impact Earth. Okay, so again, you got some millions of years ago stuff in there. Okay, and then at the end, you have a really fun timeline of scientific discoveries. Isn't that great? And at the back, you've got a glossary to help learn the terms that you don't know. Story of Science. You can get yours at usbornebookbarn.com. Thanks.